All right, man. Torture Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page after our show. Hey, man, this is where I do the extra content out there. You know what I'm saying? That I come up with, or that that I don't put on the normal 8, 12, and 6 o'clock show. So sometimes these episodes will come out, sometimes they won't, but they'll be there for you to watch. All right, so this episode we're going to be talking about rappers selling their souls, and I promise you, it's me got on red. Me having on the color red does not have anything to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Trust and believe it. Don't. I ain't trying to say I'm the devil, but either way, man. So we're gonna get into this video. Before I get into that, I gotta get my spill. This is Torture Talk, the after hour show. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you ain't subscribed, I want to work for your subscription over here. All the beautiful ladies who are up, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content, and that is free. If you want to leave a donation, links will be on the screen. Also, Cash App, PayPal is in the description. Also, too, they call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers. I'm almost at 9,000. I will be at 20,000 by the end of the month, hopefully, and be 1 million by the end of the year, hopefully. I want to go viral. So look, all right, man. So, also let me know where you're from too. All right, so we're gonna get right into this video. I'm not gonna do too much stopping. We're gonna watch this together, and if there's something that's interesting to me, I will stop it. But yeah. So let's go, man. After our show, you know what it is. All right, so this comes courtesy of The Truth Is. So links or source will be in the description. You know what it is. Let's go.
It is a biblical urban legend that Lucifer was the angel of music in heaven. Many people claim that Lucifer was the head of the choir in heaven, responsible for creating the music and worship of God. While the Bible never truly indicates that Lucifer was the angel of music, this is a myth that seems to be true, as the music industry clearly points to serving Lucifer. The music industry doesn't hide its admiration.
Yeah, before rap wasn't never like that. Rap was more godly, God conscious, 5%er, God body, all that. But it was never devil worshiping until recently. And I wonder why that is. I wonder why. Some people say they're trolling, other people saying that they're not. I don't know, man. This is getting real interesting.
For the devil. While most people call this satanic imagery edgy and just done for shock value, this former rapper confirms this isn't the case, admitting that at one point he was actively serving Lucifer with his music. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be talking about the ex-rapper who exposed his former pact with the devil. Let's get right into it. Most people think the thought of artists selling their souls is ridiculous. They call it conspiracy theory nonsense, as most people nowadays don't believe in the devil, let alone selling your soul. When they see people calling out artists using
I think a lot of people do believe, but they look at it from such a minimalistic point of view. They go from being the devil, it's like good versus evil. That's how people look at it. And when the music industry has been thrown in your face so much, the Illuminati, the conspiracy theories, all this stuff been thrown in your face so much that you just don't believe. It became normal to you. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it going.
Satanic imagery, they brush it off as shock value, claiming the artist is only using that satanic imagery to cause controversy and garner attention. The thing is, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he doesn't exist. The devil doesn't want the masses to believe in his existence, as doubting his existence only makes it easier for him to misguide you. This is exactly why so many
This is why I never roll with that whole thing. The devil didn't want people to know that he exists, when basically they're doing everything in their power to show you that he exists. I just didn't get that, but let's keep it going.
People are lost today, as they embrace sin and evil just as Lucifer wants them to, because they don't believe in God nor the devil. The devil loves helping you destroy yourself. He encourages you to do it. He rewards those who promote his ideology through their music with fortune and fame, using those artists to spread his ideas of self-worship that have been corrupting man since the days in the garden. Lucifer depends on those who serve him and sell their souls to push his agenda. He works through them to influence you to worship yourself just like he wants you to. These artists that know the truth about this spiritual world we live in already know that in order to become a star, you must serve Lucifer. That's why these artists involve themselves with the occult and Satanism. This is how they learn to channel these deities in order to bargain with them and use them to get what they want. Since the beginning of the music.
Okay, so some of this shit sound like bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. I need to see this. I need to see these deities show up. You know what I'm saying? I need them to show up. I need them to show up, not just a feeling, not just something that you can say, well, I was there and I seen it. No, I need to see it. And I think sometimes they do stuff for shock value. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give them the grace and let him go on with it, because I'm very interested into seeing how they gonna pull this off. Maybe I could be wrong. I don't know.
Industry, we have heard of the tales of artists selling their souls. I know many of you have heard of the story of Robert Johnson, the blues musician from the 1930s, who was rumored to have sold his soul to the devil on the crossroads. The story goes, Robert wanted to be a music star since he was a young man, but unfortunately for him, he wasn't any good at making music. He tried playing his guitar for anyone who would listen, but he was horrible, and nobody wanted to hear him play. This led Robert to the crossroads in Mississippi, where he met a mysterious tall man who was willing to help him for a price. This mysterious man told Robert he can make him the blues star he dreamt of being, for a small price of course. He wanted Robert's eternal soul. Johnson, desperate to make it, took the deal.
See, this shit sound like some bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, okay, listen, I'm gonna be the first to say I'm not really a spiritual person. I'm not into all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it right there. But it sounds like a bunch of bullshit. So you trade your soul to learn how to play music better. Or was it you trade your soul for people to like you? Which one is it? Because I got questions. It's like, okay, so did he trade his soul for people to like him, or him knowing how to play better? Because I'm under the impression that if you practice more, you'll get better at something. But you're saying that this guy was horrible at it, and he went to the, first of all, how did he get to the crossroads in Mississippi? Did he walk there? Did he drive there? Was he already around the area? How did he get there? You know what I'm saying? That's my question. How did he get to the crossroads? And why did the guy have to meet him at the crossroads? Why couldn't he just meet him at his house or around the corner somewhere? Why does it have to be the crossroads? Like, I understand the whole history behind the crossroads. Don't think I'm stupid. But I'm just saying, if this guy wanted a bargain with his soul, I mean, what if he didn't go to the crossroads that day? What if he went to I don't know, what if he went to the Compton swap meet or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So okay, so he gets to the crossroads, and there's a mysterious guy. He knew he was coming, because that's the case. Why didn't he just catch him up the street? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I know that you got to be at the crossroads. And it's like, oh, we at the crossroads, so you got to understand that at the crossroads, you take your soul here, because it has to be here for your soul to be taken. It's like, I don't know. It just sounds like a bunch of bullshit. Like, for real.
giving this mysterious man his guitar, with the man tuning it, playing it, and returning it back to Robert. He then instructed Robert to play the guitar, and when he did, he went from an amateur player to a master guitarist instantly. The strange man then disappeared, and
fuck out of here, bro. You niggas gotta chill. This is after hour show. You gotta chill, bro. You niggas gotta chill, bro. Like maybe I'm naive. Maybe I'm what they call it, ignorant to this shit. I don't know. I'm just saying, bro.
Robert would then end up becoming a blues star. He would play his guitar for those who mocked him before, showing them his new skill. These people were left shocked, as Robert somehow went from an amateur to a master overnight. He quickly became famous in his town and in surrounding towns.
So, I got so many questions. I'm sorry. So let me get this right? So no one noticed that this guy got good overnight, and no one questioned it. No one said, well, how did you get so good overnight? Did you meet somebody at the crossroads? And it's like, I just don't understand this. It's like, so he gave them the ability to play better. How did he do that? Was he holding his hands wrong? You said that he tuned it and gave it back to him. So, okay, so if he tuned it and gave it back to him, that must mean that Robert didn't tune it right. So it could have been, I don't know, some other guy from back then who tuned it right and gave it to him. I don't understand how this mysterious man tuned it and gave it to him, and now he plays better off of it being tuned better. I just don't get it.
For his new style of blues. People couldn't get enough of his mesmerizing music. Some people were left suspicious of his new skills, as they knew he was known to go to the crossroads at midnight. Robert wouldn't get to enjoy his fame for long, as not long after he made that deal, he passed away in a mysterious way that was never solved. People in the town Johnson was from believed that he didn't pass away, but he was taken away. His soul was collected by the tall, mysterious man he sold his soul to for those guitar skills. While most people see this as an urban legend,
So why did he do that? He gave him his soul and he gave him the ability to play. When he went back and requested his soul back, or he tried to take his soul back and he said, nah, it's mine forever and then I'm taking your life. It's like, it just, to me, it's just not making sense. The whole theory behind that ain't making sense. And we're talking about something that happened in 1930 something, like just you said. So this is stuff that was passed down from generation to generation to generation. You telling me that none of these stories got it fucked up on the way being passed down? Like nobody said, damn, like, and made up some part of the story. Like that guy couldn't have been made up, or it could have just been something that someone said and it was passed down and it was a lie. Like you don't have any proof of any of this. It's just you're going off of what somebody said in good faith that they're not lying, and it could have been someone who actually was lying and you believe it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff could have just been passed down and it was a bunch of bullshit the whole time. And then 10 years later, you come across a book where the guy said, nah, Robert, he learned how to play and he died in his sleep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
this is the truth about fame. To this day, artists are selling their souls to the devil in order to be rewarded with fame and fortune. And this is exactly what Dennis Stevenson admitted, who was once a rapper that went by the name Wop with the Plays. A couple of weeks back, Dennis did an interview with the creator Corey Yeshua, where he revealed that while he was trying to make it in the music industry, he aligned himself with the devil, openly choosing to serve the deity Baphomet in order to become successful. During those days, Dennis managed to perform with some big artists who were also serving the devil, making songs with artists like Little Tracy and performing alongside Cardi B and others. Dennis admits he chose to serve Baphomet and dedicate his music to pushing his agenda.
I was called King Extortion.
You signed a deal with Satan in order to be in his kingdom, and you were going to be used in music just as a tool in order to gather souls.
I got initiated was when I seen Baphomet. This was before everything takes off. Satan is not going to let you take off unless he initiates you.
This is a bunch of garbage. First of all, I'm very good at editing, and I already see that he's not even saying that. He's saying something else. Now, maybe he might be saying that and maybe be a little off. I don't know. But he's not saying that. And we don't know what the other guy is saying behind behind his behind the microphone, because honestly, you can't see his mouth moving. But if you look at what he's saying, it doesn't line up. Now, maybe that's a reach. I don't know. But I'm just saying. To me, it just, I don't know. Let's keep it going.
After this happened, I was extortion gang 666. Now I have the tattoo extortion on my forehead. I fully embraced the darkness, and I just thought it was just music. I just thought, okay, maybe it's just music. It was more than music.
As a very special testimony that I believe is going to touch many lives.
Dennis Stevenson, definitely raised in Miami. I was in a car, young, rapping the DMX with Young Jeezy.
Okay, so he is saying this, but it's like a little delay. So my bad.
You know, he put Lil Wayne on.
You were influenced by that kind of music. I try to tell people how powerful music is. Not only did I grow up listening to certain kind of music and it put me in certain kind of moods and made me want to do certain things, but I also did music and was in the music industry for years. So I know the impact that it has on people. People don't understand that there's spirits in this music and attached to this music, and a lot of people get into things behind the scenes that they put into the music, and the enemy uses the music.
We're professional criminals.
All right, so I want to say this. You are doing the same exact thing if you are rapping for God. You're doing the same thing. Now, I'm not saying rapping for God is a bad thing. I'm not. I'm saying you worship someone or worship an entity, and you're rapping to save people, to save souls. It's no different from what he's doing now. The meaning behind it may be different, but you're doing the same thing. Maybe you're doing it for good, maybe he's doing it for evil, but you're also serving someone doing the same exact thing. Can't say you're not. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I don't want to shoot Satan some bell here, but I really don't want to shoot Satan some bell here, but I mean, you guys love the music. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't know. Maybe he has a better persuasive method to get people to listen to him. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm definitely not down with the devil. But I'm saying, like, you guys are biased. And this is, I don't know if he's telling the truth. I don't know. He's saying this, but we don't know. There's no factual evidence of it. And it's always these guys who tell us these stories, but they never have any paperwork or no video footage or no camera or no nothing. It's just, you have to go off of what I say. And it's like, okay, sure.
You guys were doing like breaking and entering.
I'm not proud of it, but yeah, most of us went to jail. I'm actually on the news. I'm trying to somebody. This is when my older brother passed away, and then that's when Satan began to put that trauma in my heart, and now it was like I was fully possessed.
Music industry side, how far you went in that realm and the things you experienced in that realm. So who would you say you met first?
I was in the streets at the time, and the person that was leading the pact on this end was Triple X, XX Tentacion, Jase on first. Yeah, we went to the same school. He's lit up, he's on fire for Satan, I'm on fire for Satan too, so we two are the ones that's leading. But mind you,
Oh man. I gotta look into that. You niggas out here saying y'all on fire for Satan. That's crazy work. I gotta look into that.
X was still doing music at that time. I was more in the streets, and I just thought it was just music. I just thought, okay, maybe it's just music. It was more than music. When my older brother passed away in 2017, once that trauma hit, that took me to another level of darkness. Now, mind you, at that time, I just did a show with
You niggas need some psych help, man. Like, for real. I think what y'all confusing trauma, and y'all try to put that because you do some evil things that you are a product of the devil. And it's like, no, you just went through some trauma. That's it. You need to go see somebody to help you out. And obviously someone's helping you out because you're basically admitting all this. So you could have did that back then, but you're saying, oh, I went to this deep, dark place that no one can ever come get me but Satan. It's like, come on, bro. And in truth be told, and I just want to say this, and I know a lot of people going feel some type of way, but a lot of you niggas use that as an excuse to do some dumb shit. I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of y'all do. A lot of y'all use this whole, oh, I've been through a traumatic experience, just so you can go out and do some fuck shit. That's it. And then you can feel less guilty about the fuck shit you did. You know what I'm saying? All this, oh, Satan, you know Satan is wrong. You think if I seen Satan, if I seen Satan, I'm going to go up to him and shake his hand and say, yo, dog, I want to be down with you. I don't care how much trauma I've been through. If I see Satan, I'm not going to want to chill with the nigga. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. I don't understand what level of darkness that you have to be that you want to chill with Satan. I don't care if I hit rock bottom of the ocean. I'm still not going to want to chill with Satan. Nobody wants to chill with Satan. Who wants to chill with Satan? Who wants to chill with Satan? That's what I need to understand. I don't want, if I see a nigga at the crossroads, I'm going the other way. I don't want to play music that much where I have to give my soul up to chill with a nigga. No, hell no.
Cardi B, Kodak, Young Boy. This is called Trap Circus 2017. At that time, it was like, we went to this house. It was hell in that house. An open portal of hell in that house. And they're doing drugs. The music is like we're all manifesting in there all together. We're all doing it. And that spirit came to me.
Bro, this shit is crazy. I think you was on LSD, nigga. I think you was high. You seeing y'all all in the house. Listen to this shit. This shit is weird. Oh my God. Listen to this shit.
At the time, and the person that was leading the pack on this end was Triple X, XX Tentacion, Jase Onfroy. Yeah, we went to the same school. He's lit up. He's on fire for Satan. I'm on fire for Satan too. So we two are the ones that's leading. But mind you, X was still doing music at that time. I was more in the streets, and I just thought it was just music. I just thought, okay, maybe it's just music. It was more than music. When my older brother passed away in 2017, once that trauma hit, that took me to another level of darkness. Now, mind you, at that time, I just did a show with Cardi B, Kodak, Young Boy. This is called Trap Circus 2017. At that time, it was like, we went to this house. It was hell in that house. An open portal of hell in that house. And they're doing drugs. The music is like we're all manifesting in there all together. We're all doing it. And that spirit came within me. And he imparted me his vision and his goal that he wanted to bring forth. And you know, who they idolize and who they represent is the Baphomet. That's the image that he's portraying. And when you see this agenda that men turning into women, women turning into men, no, that's the agenda that ultimately that he wanted to push, and I already seen it. He has a Mark II, and his agenda is to turn your way and to twist you into something that was never meant to be. I'm not looking at the demise. I'm not looking at the downfall. I'm not looking at the people that I'm going to influence to represent Satan and ultimately send those people to hell. The demons are literally coming out of them. This isn't a rock show. No, this is a church. The music that we're playing is the worship. When we're moshing, we're opening up a portal.
That reminds me of the Travis Scott.
Yeah, man. This shit is crazy. Listen, man, I am not denying that weird shit doesn't go on. Supernatural shit. Listen, bro. None of you niggas got any photos of hell or heaven. I haven't seen it. Bring me back some evidence. I don't care if you say have faith. I don't care if you say, oh, the devil is real. I don't care if you say, oh, this and that. Bring me some evidence of this shit. Because it just seems to me like it's you guys just tell these stories, but you never have any proof of none of it. Because when someone asks you to prove it, you can't, or you just pretend like you don't have the proof. It's like, oh, don't you believe me? No, I don't believe you. I don't believe that there was a portal opening up. I don't believe that y'all guys was in there, and no one has any evidence. You already know niggas, right? The thing about niggas is they can't keep a secret. You're telling now. But niggas can't keep a secret. Niggas want to go viral. They want to be able to see people to see. And some niggas that do it, they don't even care about their life. They'll just do it just so people can see that they're not lying. My thing is, my nigga, if you knew that you was going to tell, how come you didn't record any of this? I don't see none of this anywhere. And maybe, I don't know, maybe some guys did record it and they got off. I don't know. But I do know that it's always some excuse of why they don't have the evidence of this shit. That's all I'm saying.
Show where they were doing the mosh pit and all those people end up dying, and it was a kid who even died. And he had all type of imagery that had like portals, man going through a portal and becoming red like a demon, like his face as a bat, like leading up.
Bro, no, I'm not rolling with none of this, because this will be everywhere. It would be all over the place. That's what you got to understand. I don't care if you guys telling me that they control the media. It would be everywhere. All it takes is there's hundreds of people with phones, and it would have been someone recording it, and they would have shared it to their cousin. It would have been everywhere. It's so many people with phones. It would have been everywhere. If this guy had a portal, you're saying he has a portal at his concert, and people were going through the portal and coming out as demons. That you're telling me that wouldn't have been everywhere? People wouldn't have seen that? Listen, bro.
And then that stuff ended up happening, and people were saying that it was sacrifice.
Yes.
It was like a ritual.
Every concert's a ritual. I have people drawing pentagrams at my concerts on the floor. Image, the beast that was in me, I was sewing it into them, and you can definitely open your soul to some things.
It's like a church service, but for the dark side. And all these entities are just starting to grab hold of people. Man, it's really deep, you know. People need to understand this stuff is all spiritual, and the spiritual realm is very real. That stuff ended up happening, and people were saying that it was sacrifice.
Yes.
It was like a ritual.
Every concert's a ritual. I have people drawing pentagrams at my concerts on the floor. Image, the beast that was in me, I was sewing it into them, and you can definitely open your soul to some things.
It's like a...
See, and the reason why I don't really trust this video is because it's too many edits. It's so many cuts. You know what I'm saying? It's edits everywhere in this video. It's cuts. Every other thing he's saying, now, I don't know if he did that for time. I don't know. But I just know that there's edits all over this video. And things could be misconstrued. And I know how people are. They want you to believe their narrative. And even if even if they feel that way and you could say half of it, they'll just make it like you feel that way. So, yeah.
Church service, but for the dark side. And all these entities are just starting to grab hold of people. Man, it's really deep, you know. People need to understand this stuff is all spiritual, and the spiritual realm is very real. But if there's a dark side, guess what? There's also a light side. You ended up being pulled out of that darkness.
And then I went and I prayed to the Lord. I said, Lord, you know, if you real, show me. And I'm seeing it. Now my eyes are fully open. All those demons were literally, they had chains on me. We were in a covenant, like we were in a blood covenant.
As you heard for yourself, Dennis admits that he sold his soul to the devil.
Again. All of this over sensationalizing the story here are saying that I went to the Lord and said, Lord, it's like he was fighting for my soul. So did you sell your soul? And did God buy your soul back? Like, what happened with your soul? Because if you sold your soul and you went to the Lord, did he persuade Lucifer to give it back to him? How did you get your soul back? You know what I'm saying? Did God snatch it from him? What happened? That's what I do. Those are the questions I'm asking. How did you get your soul back? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to tell me that you sold your soul to the devil, which I don't understand why you would do that, but you sold your soul to the devil, but then you got your soul back. How? What did you do to get it back? That's what I need to know.
things.
It's like a church service, but for the dark side. And all these entities are just starting to grab hold of people. Man, it's really deep. You know, people need to understand this stuff is all spiritual, and the spiritual realm is very real. But if there's a dark side, guess what? There's also a light side.
Amen.
You ended up being pulled out of that darkness.
And then I went and I prayed to the Lord. I said, Lord, you know, if you real, show me. And I'm seeing it. Now my eyes are fully open. All those demons were literally, like, they had chains on me. We were in a covenant. Like, we were in a blood covenant.
As you heard for yourself, Dennis admits that he sold his soul to the devil while he was chasing fame. He felt that he was being used by Lucifer to influence people into sinning and to guide them away from God. Dennis said that his music was leading people to hell, opening spiritual portals that were consuming people's soul. He also admitted that he was being possessed by the spirits that were using him. Dennis also spoke about Travis Scott and his Astro World ritual. I exposed the situation when it happened for being a ritual. Travis Scott is a Freemason occultist, and it's the reason he was banned from performing in Egypt. This man...
Man. Man, listen, man. Maybe I ain't outside enough because some of this shit sound like complete garbage. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, for real. Listen, bro, I've been to a lot of concerts and I never felt, maybe because I don't believe, maybe that's what it is. I think maybe because most of these people, they believe in these spirits and these demons coming down and on, like, maybe I remember, I don't know if y'all remember this, but I don't know if this ever happened to y'all. Remember when it used to be like, when you was sleeping and you awake, your eyes is open, but you can't move, right? So when I was growing up, they used to say that the witch was riding your back, right? Be like, the witch was riding your back, right? Now, what witch is this? What bitch is this on my back? I don't know. But then I found out that that's not the case. All them years, I thought that the witch was riding my back. And it wasn't a witch riding my fucking back. It was my brain woke up faster than my body or some shit like that. That's what I was reading about it. Someone said, well, your brain is never sleep. So I don't know. But I know it wasn't me being possessed. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you wake, but you can't move. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they were saying. The witch was riding your back. I don't get it.
Although he was lost and committed to the enemy, states that God saved them and pulled them out of that dark world. Lucifer, Baphomet, whatever he calls himself, is no match for God. God can always get you out of everything and anything. People choose to live in this belief that this is going on, even when rappers are showing us this.
So you say that they choose to do this because the way you were making it seem as if they had no choice but to do it. Now you're saying they choose to live in this. I guess that's why I've never been possessed. I guess that's why I've never been approached. Because if the devil approached me, I'm be like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, like for real, like no, beat it.
Their videos. So many music videos have this dark demonic imagery. Serpents and rituals, or the literal devil, are all placed in these music videos. These artists openly worship the devil and people pretend not to see it. For example, Lil Uzi Vert, one of the biggest artists of the last 8 years, has had satanic imagery since the start of his career, using satanic occult imagery in many of his videos and songs. Even though Uzi wears inverted crosses and other anti-Christian symbols, most people don't believe he's really worshiping the devil. They think he does all that stuff for attention, even when Uzi admits he sold his soul and is out here taking his fans to hell. I know you guys remember this clip of Uzi straight up telling his fans at his concert that they were all going to a burning end with him. Or when he told his fans he sold his soul to the devil.
Hold on, let me explain something to them real quick. Before everybody starts screaming and saying, oh, like I told y'all earlier, you motherfuckers enter the rapture. And if ain't nobody flying up to heaven right now, obviously all y'all motherfuckers going to hell. Right with me. So, let's get it.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I love how y'all mask shit. You know what I'm saying? okay, you have to provide some context. You can't just say that he said that all of them going to hell. Okay, yeah, he said that. But someone probably said something to him that made him say that. Somebody probably said, hey, play some Christian music or anything. Or somebody probably said anything. But the way you're making it seem as if he came out and stopped the show and said, no, y'all all going to hell because I worship the devil and I sold my soul. He never mentioned he sold his soul. You know what I'm saying? He never mentioned he sold his soul. And on top of that, he was saying something about, well, let's everybody flying up to heaven right now. He probably was talking about something else. So you have to provide some context.
Did I sell my soul? I sold my soul for you. Y'all coming right with me, you dummies.
Even with rappers like Lil Uzi, straight
That still does not prove that he sold his soul to the devil.
That doesn't prove he sold his soul to the devil.
Definitely doesn't.
Definitely doesn't prove that he sold his soul to the devil. That don't prove shit. That don't prove nothing. It proves nothing. Double Uzi Vert sold his soul to the devil. You know what I'm saying? It don't prove anything.
Yo, man, come on, bro. Yo, man. I do believe that some of these dudes is crazy. And I believe that they do be doing some weird stuff. But what is the benefit of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, to spread the message. And so you're basically saying that, ultimately saying that the Jews or the people who run the music industry are devils. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. You got to be saying that. Like, come on, man.
up confessing to serving the devil, people still deny it. They act like it doesn't exist. It wasn't just Lil Uzi that admits this either, as a former Irish pop star, Shane Lynch, admitted the same thing, admitting that the mainstream music industry serves the devil.
Darker side of the world, the Ouija boards, seances, all that kind of spiritual tarot card reading, all that stuff really got a hold of me. And interestingly, that all came from our very first album launch, which you would look at very innocently. It was around Halloween. It was a Halloween party in a big mansion. But in that was super demonic. But for we're as young kids, it's a bit of fun. The record company are there and all the journalists are there, and here we go. But when I look at the way the industry has the ruling over music, now, of course, not all music is bad. By all means, it's not. But majority of it there is to take you away from Christ. 100% take you away from Christ.
In terms of...
All right, so look, man. All right, so look, first of all, this looks like some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. This looks like some bullshit. This looks like some, I don't know who this lady is, and I never heard of him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I did, but didn't know. But anyway, this looks like some bullshit, and I'm gonna explain to y'all, right? This is the trickery that people would pull. So you create a video where you talk about people selling their soul to the devil. And I'm not shooting the devil no bell. I'm just keeping it 100. But your whole premise could be persuading people to just believe this. It doesn't mean that it's actually true. So if you are doing nefarious things to get people to believe that someone is worshiping something, how can I believe you? You know what I'm saying? If your whole premise is based off of cutting up clips and basically embellishing stories about something, how can I believe you? Not to say that what they're doing is good. I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at it from that point of view. If you're cutting this story up and you're cutting up clips and you're putting it to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, they said this, but we don't know the full context of what they said. You're just giving me clips of it. How can I believe that you're telling the truth? You could have cut out a major part. You know, that they said they don't do that. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's just weird. It's just weird.
Lyrics, and is that what you mean? Or do you mean industry itself, people, the big players in the industry?
Both lyrically and both big players. Both I've been in rooms at the top of the top, which albums are prayed over demonically. Music is prayed over demonically. That goes out to the world, goes out to the radio stations, goes out to the public. And
when you say prayed over demonically, what do you mean? You have to explain this. You have to show us the evidence of it, because there are people who say that someone is praying over Christianity or whatever religion. They're praying over something. They can give you an example of it. I need an example of you praying, or of them praying over an album. I need an example of it, because to me, it just it sounds like y'all just throwing shit at the wall, or maybe you got kicked out of somewhere and you say, you know what, I'm going to expose whatever I believe. Like, we don't know if this is actually true or not. You know what I'm saying?
when you see that stuff and know that stuff, it's frightening.
What do you mean by that, Shane, prayed over demonically?
So rituals, ceremonies, everything to bring, to give light to the devil, to Satan. It's a satanic music industry.
This is what I don't understand, man. I would never understand this. I would never understand this about religion or whatever you want to call it. Why do these entities need you to keep doing something? Does that give them more power? Like, what is it? So when you say stuff like they're praying over for the devil to give him, why does he need this to build an army for what? What is the army for? He's an army of souls to do what? What is it for? That's what I need to understand. So when you're saying that the music industry, they want to bring an army of what? Of what? Persuasion to them so he can, what is it? He's all-powerful Satan. He ruins the world. So why does he need all this stuff? What does he need it for? He don't need it. It's like when people say, well, God, you worship God and God needs, why? Why does he need you to worship him? He created everything. That's what you're telling me. I don't understand some of this logic behind some of this stuff. And again, I'm not knocking people for believing whatever you want to believe. I just got questions. That's all. I just got questions.
Majority of what it is.
Do you mean figuratively, or do you mean literally you've been in...
Literally, yes.
And
not figuratively.
Can you share what those albums were? Were they your albums?
No, they weren't our albums, no. They were not Boys' Own albums. So that's what I mean by not every music is that, but it was on the stepping stone to that. So you're going back to 1993s into 2000s. And then if you look at what the music is today, the industry is today, for all your Sam Smiths, to your Dojo Cats, to your Beyoncés, they are so demonic, it's unbelievable. And we can't, it's in front of us. And it's something that we kind of go, oh, it's just music. But it really isn't. It's absolutely taken over the world, taken over.
Now, I can agree with that. There are a lot of things that I look at and I say, that's crazy, that's crazy, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I'm just saying, like, what is the benefit of it? To make millions and billions of dollars? Does Satan need money? Was he broke? Like, what is it? Like, I never understood that. What is the money for? Why? You know what I'm saying? Satan need resources? I mean, why does he need money? He could persuade people, right? He could persuade people to do what he wants. He could take your soul. If you don't want to do it, he could just take your soul. Some of this stuff to me just doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying. That I do see the things, don't get me wrong. I see it. But it just to me, it just doesn't make sense.
Children and taking over everything that's coming to the times of world crisis.
And are you talking about the messages that are in some of those songs, some of those artists, share with their fans?
Yeah, messages and the glorification of Satan.
And it certainly had some kind of influence on you, because as you said that you started to get very...
This is what I mean, like the glorification of Satan. But is Satan really that vain where he needs people to glorify him every day, all day? Like, I don't understand it. Some of this stuff I'm trying to look at it from what they call a pragmatic point of view. I'm trying to look at it from that type of point of view, because to me, it just doesn't, it's just weird to me. It's like, this guy sits here in the chair and he wants you to worship him all day, every day, all day, every day. He doesn't get tired of it. It's not one day where he wakes up and says, hey man, you can go home. I don't need to worship today. It's like, I need you to tell me how much you love me all the time. That kind of seems a little shallow to me, and it's like he has some issues going on. I just don't understand it.
Born into the dark side, you were interested in witchcraft and Ouija boards, and that led to some very dark experiences for you personally. Can you tell us a bit about what those were and how those came about?
It came about just through opening those doors. We've got to be very careful on what doors we knock on. And as soon as you start innocently doing a tarot reading or Ouija board or a seance or whatever them fun things as kids that we mess around with, you're giving grounds to the dark side. Of course you are. You're now engaged. You've opened the door. And once you open doors, they have the rights. They have the rights to come in. And I opened many doors and found myself in a very, very angry, very dark place, violent place.
These artists are telling us themselves the price for fame and what they were being used for. The devil is using mankind to destroy itself. People that are calling the satanic imagery shock value need to wake up, as these rappers that are using the satanic imagery are telling us it's not just imagery, it's what they're really into. This is something that came out of...
But my thing is, again, I'm so sorry for keep stopping it. You said that they're using this to destroy humanity, but you need humanity to worship. So what are we saying here? I don't understand this. Some of this stuff to me is just I just don't get it.
The mouth of a rapper are part of the most legendary satanic rap group to ever be created, 3 6 Mafia. Koopsta, who was a part of the group, admitted that they were really serving the devil before he passed away, claiming that everything he was rapping about regarding the devil was all real. He even claimed that he was used by the devil to get black people comfortable with worshiping him.
My name is Robert Cooper, rap name Koopstanika, but you can call me Coop. Yes, I was deeply, I don't know about nobody else, but I can tell you we was doing with 666. Hey, we exactly knew what it meant, you know what I'm saying? So kind of didn't want to get into all that, no matter what I blame God for doing, I hated God for what he did, but as it came to the 666, I don't think I hate him that much, but I did it.
Okay, so what did he do? See what I mean? I don't know if he cut that part out, but what did he do that you made that you had to hate him? What happened? I need to hear that.
Because it was money. And so, you could, I even had the satanic books, the little warlock materials, every warlock got to have a dagger, cut the little point stars, whatever, little candles. And I had all that. I was into all that. So, because something about the other Bible didn't work out. So I can tell you this, we did, folks with 666, some folks were scared of it and left, put it. But me, I meant what I was saying. I definitely meant it. I said, so God, you're gonna play like that, huh? Well, I got you. I'm gonna make black folks comfortable with 666. Back then, black folks was scared of it. They wasn't too much on it. It's basically rock and roll. They say 666, they go, ah. But then they start listening to it and go to church. So they said, asked a lot of y'all worship the devil. They say they Christians, but they are from 666, you know what I'm saying? So my job was out of anger to make black people get comfortable with their name. And I was very intelligent with it because I read a lot about it. So I read a lot of books. I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Baptist, I'm not an atheist, I'm not a Muslim, I'm not a Catholic. It's all to maintain order. Now, I can't talk against religion because without religion, which is what they use to maintain order, if that happened, it'd be a lot of chaos. You get what I'm saying? But
he cutting this up crazy. There's a whole lot of shit that he could have been saying, bro. He cutting this up crazy. Cutting this up crazy. To make it seem like, I ain't saying that he didn't worship or whatever, but you cutting this up, bro. I can't fully go along with this.
Read a lot, and I put all that into the music and the energy. You get what I'm saying? Because how you get Satan's name going, you get the kids to liking it. Now, today, see, I think we was one of the first people to break it like that. You would think 666 would have been a rock and roll band. So I think I was used by Satan, and I think he's a big, I don't fear him. I don't even believe in that mother no more. But just to get black people, You know, once you get the black people, which are the riders of the Bible, they carry the Bible on their back like Jesus, Yahshua, whatever his name is, told it the cross, you know what I'm saying, the crux or whatever. But anyway, we got people comfortable with his name, and we made sure we made songs violent. Very, very violent. We made songs very violent. Everything was violent.
That was an interview of Koopsta, who was once a member of the rap group 3 6 Mafia. In the mid to late 90s, 3 6 Mafia was a popular rap group who had incorporated these satanic themes into their entire brand. They called themselves 3 6 Mafia as a play on 666, which we all know is the mark of the beast. Koopsta admits out of his own mouth that he was a Satanist, and he indeed was incorporating real satanic beliefs into his music. He admits that the devil used him and his group to normalize the devil to his own people. He admits out of his own mouth that he got black people comfortable with the number of the beast 666. He also admits he used to actually worship the devil and practice occult magic.
Just because he said doesn't mean that happened. Like, maybe the people around him, but black people would never be comfortable with the devil. If you persuade them, but once they realize it, they will never be comfortable with the devil. Like, I wish people stop saying this. Like, yeah, they doing things and maybe subliminally doing it and it's in your face and they laughing, but it's not that they're comfortable with it. They don't take it serious. Maybe that's why he keeps on doing what he's doing. But it is what it is.
What Koopsta is admitting to us is that he sold his soul because he wanted money, and the devil's industry provided him with all the money he wanted. In this part of the interview, Koopsta admits that he would use his music to hypnotize his audience with demonic 666 chants.
Violent. Sometimes we use the try to come up with stuff to hypnotize people, like repeated of 666, back-to-back 666. I got a bass line, you take it, you hear me high. You hear these crazy-ass samples that we get off of this and shit. It was a lot of crazy. We went downtown to do an album cover for Mr. Styles. And you couldn't know me, of course. I got on this me on the cross. Just me, Paulo, and the Juice with Crunch on it. He was one part of the group. We went across going on this. In this city by rich folks and politicians that's in this shit. And this shit is really serious. So I told myself, hey, well, I'm not the kind to drink blood because there's 150 some ways of worshiping Satan. Voodooists, you got Satanists, occults, all kinds of shit, witchcraft, sorcerers. So I guess I was just a goddamn messenger. You get what I'm saying? You know, I was a clean, fancy type Satanist. Or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? And I guess I would like to, because I want the scum of the earth, like going wearing all the goddamn crazy colors and necklaces. I did have upside down crosses. I did have black fingernails, but I ain't that crazy off the wall kind. I'm strictly because there's levels in it. You got motherfuckers that go from the black robe to the chains and cuts on their bodies to mother with Italian suits on.
As you heard for yourself, Koopsta admits he was genuinely serving the devil with his music. All these artists are telling us the same thing. They sold their souls for money and fame, and the devil used them to influence the masses. If you're one of the masses who believes the devil doesn't exist and selling your soul isn't real, wake up, take a look around. The devil has set up his kingdom here on earth, and these artists helped. They sold out to be used by the devil to trap souls and guide them to a burning end. If you happen to...
Yeah, I'm gonna stop it there. Yeah, man. I'm just not rolling. I'm sorry. I'm not rolling. Maybe because I don't know. I'm just not rolling. I see this stuff, but at the same time, you never know what's going on. And people could just be doing this just for shock value. You don't know, but I will say they are a little more open with it. They are doing things that are crazy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just got questions. It's like some of this stuff, I'm like, I got questions. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I sold my soul. What about all the artists that's successful that didn't sell their soul? So what happened to them? Did he come across them and he told them, "Nah, you like"? And why does he run the music industry? Why not the football leagues? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is. You're not. But post comments, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. You think that Satan or Lucifer is, or whoever the guy named, you think he's running the music industry? And he got all these artists worshiping him. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, man. Let me know in the comments. All right, man. After hours, y'all know what it is. See y'all. Peace. Bye.